Okay, so I run the Photoshop and Cinema as well. I opened that file, what I got out recently from the Google Maps. And what do I have to do is basically straighten it up. Look at that. We get into the camera raw filter and dive here to the geometry panel. And then just a side note that in the new version, it's the geometry panel is listed here. We can try auto, but it usually doesn't work properly, so I do it manually. I need this to be vertical, and let's say I need this line to be vertical. So now I can save this basically. What usually we can do is just crop this image from here until there. Yeah. Press C button, which is the crop tool, and press enter 2 times. And now what I have here is this facade. It's not entirely precise because, as you can see, we see these these bottom surfaces, which of course, if we have a proper facade, it cannot be seen. So what I have to do here is press Control S, which is the save. I press, let's say, 10 with baseline standard zip compression, and then I get into Cinema 4D to the front camera view. And I just drag and drop my image here. That's what I want to do. And now what I have here is basically a blueprint or a background image. I press the Shift V button to increase the transparency of the image, and then I turn off the work plane. So as we can see, it's basically a profile which as a boolean operation with another profile, subtraction. It's 3 times. And usually what we do here, what we can do is we can start drawing splines. At the end, we should make it a whole thing symmetrical, so I don't really bother with this other side of the image. And now I create another spline where I use this inner cut. Yeah, of course, of course.
Actually, it's not symmetrical, but yes, you can.
And I put it here, and then I go down here, and then here, and here. And as you can see, it's just a sketch here. So I bring it down a little bit, and I have to make these completely vertical. So I grab them, and on the y-axis, on this, oh, sorry, the x-axis, I press 0 to all of their deviations. Okay, and for these as well, no deviation is allowed. Here it's okay. Let's see this one. Here we have a little deviation as well. Here we have a little deviation, and we just fix them. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And basically, let's consider this done. And now let's create another spline, and let's do the middle part of this whole stuff. Click here, here. Here and there, and now let's continue from here to here. Let's make this properly leveled. Like so. And this one as well. And let's double check everything is fine. We cannot have these little deviations at all. We could use guides, but I prefer this way. Somewhat. And now let's do a copy. Let's pull this back. Let's press Control like that. Press the T key, and let's go with -100, and let's put it here. Let's delete these 2 points. Put it exactly here. And let's connect these 2 points with joint segment. And here, well, we can delete it and press the close spline button, so it will automatically close our spline. And if all of our splines are closed, then we are good to go. Let's check this as well. And here, let's make a cut here with the KK, and let's break the segment. Let's turn off the close spline and then break segment. And now I will do the same here. If we can use U to make subdivision, subdivide US spline subdivision. So then here it generates a point, and then we can break again. So and delete that point, and press UW, which select all the connected points, and I select it again. And here we can see that we need to join those segments together. Like so. U-double-V, again, select all the connected splines, press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, or just press Ctrl and -100 with the Shift key, press down. And what I do here is turn on the snapping, press the L button, click here and put it right here, and press the MQ, which is join, merge points. So it creates 1 points from 2 points. And then you see, as you can see, it's that's how it looks if it's symmetrical, and I will do it symmetrical. So I grab this spline, this other spline, and again put it here and invert it with -100, and I level it here, okay? But that's how I do it. So that will be the big profile, and these little things will be the elements I will subtract. So what I do is I select this, the magic center, extrusion to the x-axis or the z-axis backwards with 5 foam to get good a good shading. Press the extrusion here, and I click on the hierarchical button like that, and let's go with the z-axis here again, and I just move it in here. So the hierarchical is important, because if you have a hierarchical on, then you can extrude more than one splice at once. So I press this one and then this one, and I go to the plugins, CV Bool tools, and I go to the subtract menu. I turn on the SSAO, which gives me a little hint of what I'm doing here, and I try to get this proper as I can. Then let's model this stuff, this circular window here. Let's put it in here, and Control C, Control V, make it smaller like that, and we need to do a loft with these two. But first, let's copy it down and create an extrusion here and put it there, and make a group and put this here as well. Or sorry, maybe it cannot work because it's a double boolean, so we need to do another boolean and make it the B. Okay, now do this loft. And what I need to do is increase the segmentation. It's hard to see how many bricks are there. It's the outer segment, this is the inner segment, and mesh subdivision is well, I don't know, 2 is fine, because it you know, they put it in they do it as a bricklaying. They do it with the bricklaying method. So it's fine like that. Maybe we could go a little bit bigger than that because it's maybe too much. Let's go with 50, and I, just for the sake of it, I create a save folder, turn off the generator, because using the generators will eat memory, and I turn off snapping, and I delete every second loop or a cut here. With the MN is the dissolve. And now select all the polygons. I press I with this, which is the inset, preserve groups off like that, just to make a space to the mortar. I press UY and delete them. And now I delete this because I don't need that. UR to make it orange to the outwards. I press the Control or the D button, which is better, and create the bricks themselves. I press the Magic Center to orient it properly, and there I have this window. Now I grab this because now I need this with 0 offset. Make it smaller, and I need to cut it up. I need to MM. I need to press MM, which is connect points. MM here and MM here. And now we cannot use MM here while there is no points here, so we need to use the cut tool, the line cut tool, like that. Let's do it like that. So the connect points per edge only works if you have a good there is nothing in between the 2 points, no edges, no and your topology is properly done. Now I select these, and I press the edge to spline command, and I put it into a sweep nerves, and I give it a end-side profile, and I make the end-side profile small. And I grab them and put it back to its place. And this is, of course, glass material. We can use this second boolean as A subscript B, A without B. Yeah, and here I did a little mistake, but we will not go. As you can see, I haven't pressed the create caps when I did the extrusion. Yeah, but we can fix it by selecting these faces. Press Control C, Control V, and bring it back here. I press the L key, and I just temporarily enable snapping. I press down the L button, and I click here, and then I move it right there, and then with the UR I reverse the normals because we need to make everything orange outwards. And now, as we can see, in the point mode we have 1050 points, but if I press UO, it will optimize it and it goes down to 700. Let's make it a little bit more plastic. And another thing we can do, if we need to do close-up shot, we can do a bevel. And this bevel, let's say it's proportional, and let's say it's 1%, and give it some subdivision. And that way, like 10 is fine, or let's say 5, even 5 is good. And that way, as you can see, we have a really nice beveled edge here. Okay, and here we just decrease the Phong angle to, let's say, 5. And there we go. We have our beautiful window. And with the other modeling, so let's say we need to do this brick structure here, or that brick structure there. It's kind of easy because just look at there. You get in, you come up with a rectangle, right? You put it here. Press the C button. Now I'm just modeling the opening, okay, not the window itself, just the opening. And here we have a really cool stuff called Spline arc tool. You click here, and then you make an arc like that. Okay, and then you just grab the whole thing and you make a so-called create outline, create new object, and you create an outline like that. And what we want to do is make these points soft. Okay, soft interpolation like that. And let's loft these two together. Sorry about that. Turn off the caps because we don't need the caps, and we need to make sure that the first point is always set first point like that, and if it's ends with blue, then we need to change the point order with the reverse sequence. Press UO just to make sure we're good. Something is still not fine. Let's evaluate it a bit more. Both spline is closed, which is fine. Let's set the point order, set first point there, and I think it will be fine now. Yeah. And here, what we want to do is basically just increase the loft to 50, let's say, or as and turn on organic form, and the mesh subdivision set it to 1 maybe. Well, yeah, if the curvature is not optimal, then try the following. Let's go back to the rectangle itself, okay? Because now the problem is that this is a linear spline. So the spline arc tool will work this way. It will be always segmented, okay? But if we set this, what am I doing here? Sorry. If we set these spline to Bezier spline, or just like that, the Bezier spline, and set them to hard interpolation, because let's say these are hard points, but when I do the spline arc tool, it will be a smooth, really cool curve here, what we get, okay? And here, let's say I do a extrusion with 0. I press the C button and I just inset here, make an inset, which is maybe a bit more even straightforward to do. And after a while, I just go to MZ, which is normal scale. Sorry, normal scale is M. Not really what I wanted to do. And I can set it. Okay, and I put here a loop, an edge loop, and I just delete every second one. We may want to make it a little bit bigger, and even adapt those points. And we don't need the other elements, only these. So what did I do here again? Delete this, don't need that. And UR, press I again just to make place for the mortar. UY, delete the create caps now. And there we have this good arc, and put it to the middle. And if we see it, if we don't, then we don't do it. And the good thing is we only do it once, because these elements are always copied from one place to another. So, and then basically I cut in the openings, I put it in the openings, and basically I just add some details, and I'm done with the modeling of the facade. Okay, and basically that's how I do it. And then of course I put a texture on it with brick. You can use textures. I just go to surfaces and I press this brick element. Of course we deselect, press cubic mapping, because that's what we want. And colors, no, we don't need alternate colors. And we need to set the scale. Let's say 25, but we can use these cubic coordinates. Let's say 50, 50, 50, and we are good to go. Okay? Yeah, while this is not that good, instead of using the scale, because if you use the scale, it will be infinite, and it will not repeating, because this is a generated stuff. And then I just grab this brick texture and I put it into the bump as well, and I turn off the reflection because brick has no or very dull reflections there. Here I just want to set a color for these elements, okay, because these are already bricks. So what I need to do here is to set the color, and I grab this color, let's say from here, turn off reflectance and make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, that's good, okay. And then we put it here and there. Okay, and we are almost good to go. Of course, change the roof texture in Twinmotion or in your renderer software, okay?